For most of my life, I was a skeptic. I never believed in ghosts, spirits, or the supernatural. I was the person who'd watch horror movies and laugh, confidently telling others that those things weren't real. I trusted science, logic, and reason. But after what I experienced in the Amazon, I'm not so sure anymore. Maybe it was just stress. Maybe my mind was playing tricks on me. But what I saw, heard, and felt, none of that felt like imagination. And even though my 3 friends didn't see or hear what I did, I know it was real. Or at least it felt real enough to break me. It started as a fun trip, an adventurous getaway. My friends Daniel, Marcos, Luis, and I had always talked about doing something wild. So we hired a guide, trekked into the Amazon rainforest, and planned to spend 2 weeks exploring. The guide stayed with us for the first 5 days, but after dropping us at a safe trail deep in the jungle, we were on our own. That's when things started to go wrong. Day 1, we took a wrong turn. The GPS wasn't working right, probably due to the dense canopy overhead. And we quickly realized we were off track. But we weren't too worried. We had supplies, and we were confident we'd find our way back or eventually stumble upon a ranger station. We joked about it, called it real-life Survivor. That night, I thought I heard leaves crunching nearby, but I chalked it up to animals. There are always animals in the jungle, right? Day 2, we tried to retrace our steps, but everything looked the same. The trees stretched endlessly in every direction. We followed a small stream, hoping it would lead us to a river or village. Tension began to rise. Luis was snapping at everyone, and Daniel was getting quiet. That night, while we were sitting around the fire, I thought I saw something move in the trees. A tall, thin shape, too tall to be human. It disappeared when I turned my head. I didn't say anything. Day 3. This was the day everything shifted. We found strange markings on a tree. Deep scratches that didn't look natural. They were spaced like letters or symbols, but none of us recognized them. Marcos tried to laugh it off, saying it was probably left by explorers or hunters. But there was something unsettling about them. That night, I woke up to whispering. It wasn't in any language I knew, just low, breathy murmurs all around me. I sat up, heart pounding, but the others were asleep. I tried waking Daniel, but he mumbled and rolled over. The voices stopped after a few minutes. I barely slept after that. Day 4. The jungle seemed darker. I know it sounds strange, but the light didn't feel right. The sun was up, but everything looked dim. As we walked, I saw the same symbols carved into another tree, miles from the first. That night, I saw her for the first time. A girl, barefoot, dressed in white, standing just beyond the glow of the fire. Her hair hung over her face. She didn't move. I froze. When I blinked, she was gone. And here's the part that shook me to my core. She looked exactly like my daughter. 8 years ago, I lost my daughter, Sophia, in a car accident. She was just 7 years old. The driver ran a red light. She was wearing a white dress that day, with her long dark hair tied in loose strands just like the girl I saw in the jungle. I never got over it. I still carry a photo of her in my wallet. I haven't spoken about her to many people since. And now, in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, this girl appeared. Same height, same hair, same eerie stillness. But something about her felt wrong, off, not innocent, not lost. She wasn't a memory. She felt like something else entirely. Day 5. The others were breaking down too, in their own ways. Luis started panicking over every sound. Marcos kept mumbling prayers. Daniel was trying to stay calm, but even he looked pale. As for me, I kept seeing the girl. Sometimes in the trees, sometimes crouched behind a rock, always watching. The whispering was louder now, and followed me even when I plugged my ears. That night, I woke up to find handprints around our campsite. Small, childlike handprints, pressed into the dirt in a perfect circle around us. I didn't sleep. I couldn't. Day 6, everything became too much. We were starving, dehydrated, and hopelessly lost. I felt like the jungle was alive, breathing, watching us. I saw faces in the bark of trees, figures peeking from behind vines. I started to hear my own name being whispered, Mateo, again and again from all directions. I screamed at nothing, fell to my knees, begged it to stop. That night, I walked to the river and stared at the water for what felt like hours, holding a heavy stone in my hands. And then I saw her again, the girl, Sophia, just standing there across the river in that white dress, watching me. She didn't speak, she didn't smile, but her eyes, they were empty. I almost stepped in. I really almost did. I wanted the pain to stop. I wanted to stop hearing her voice. Just as I stepped toward the edge, I heard the sound of a helicopter. Day 7. We had triggered our emergency beacon days earlier, but the signal had finally reached a ranger station. The rescue team found us by the river. I don't remember much, just people yelling, hands grabbing me, someone giving me water. I think I cried. I think I laughed. I don't know. We were airlifted out, and the moment the jungle disappeared from view, I felt a weight lift off me, but only slightly. Since coming home, everything has changed. I can't sleep in the dark. I avoid force. I flinch at whispers. I've started therapy. There are things I still can't say out loud. I look at my daughter's photo now with a mix of love and terror, because I don't know if what I saw was a hallucination, a spirit, or something that just wore her face. I was already broken when I went into that jungle, but now I'm something else entirely. I left pieces of myself in those trees. I don't know if I'll ever get them back.